Well, well, well. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. Welcome back to Miss G's Ladies Lounge. It is another magnificent Monday. Monday, Monday. All right, so I am here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. I am your host, Gwen Finley, Miss G. That's me. I'm so excited to be back here once again because I really just enjoy being a part of Miss G's Ladies Lounge and chatting with all of you out there. And I am excited about my guest that's going to be joining me in a little while on tonight. She's no stranger to the lounge. So you've seen her here before, and we are going to just have a great um what's the word that I'm looking for? A great chat. It's the word I'm looking for. What's the word? What's the word? I can't think of it, but I'll think of it later. But anyway, it's one of those chats that's not scripted, unscripted chat. That's not the word I was looking for, but we'll go with unscripted for right now. Listen, I have a phenomenal guest, as I said, and we're going to bring her on in just a few minutes. But what I would love for you to do, if you are here in the lounge, holla at your girl, holla, holla, holla. Let me know that you're here. And then also, I'd like for you to just take a moment to like, tag, and share and let someone know that Miss G's Ladies Lounge is on. We're live, we're popping, we're doing our thing, and we are getting ready for a magnificent, once again, unscripted chat. So listen, it is Monday. We are in November. Can you believe we're in November? Not only are we in November, we are also at Thanksgiving week. Oh my gosh! I told the one of my coworkers today. I said it's Friday. It's no, I said it's almost Friday, and they say yes. Tomorrow's just like Thursday. So we're excited that it's a nice short week for work, but also a great week for celebrating with the family, bringing the family together, enjoying time together, and just in taking in the moment and being thankful for the things that we have encountered, endured, and been able to overcome throughout the entire year. It's not everybody that can say that they are thankful. They should say that they're thankful, but many people just don't have it in them to say that they're so thankful for the time that they are in. So, take this time, this Thanksgiving, and just, show someone some love. Just share some love with someone, and just share a good, kind word, and let them know that what you're thankful for. Let them know what you're thankful for, and maybe it will inspire someone else to just be thankful for the little things, if not just the big things. All right, so before I get started with my guest on tonight, um, I want to invite you once again to like, tag, and share. I also want to tell you a little bit about myself. So, I am your host, Gwen Finley, Gwen, Miss G Finley. I am an author. I am a visionary author and coach. I am also I have a lot of different titles, but I am here. I am the visionary coach. I am also the host here at Miss G's Ladies Lounge. And I am grateful that I'm able to work with such amazing people to inspire others to let their dreams and their visions be made manifest right here on the earth. So often we look and we wait for something else to happen, something big, but something is already happening inside of you, and you just need to get it out and let the world know of all the great things that are happening all inside of you. And so I'm here as that visionary author and coach, and just to help you, to propel you into what it is that you have on the inside of you, letting it come out and let others experience what's on the inside of you. But today, I have another visionary who is with me, and she is an amazing, amazing woman. She is a professional in her area of mental health. She is also a she's also a person who inspires others to take time to love themselves and to take good care of themselves. And on tonight, we're going to talk about, even during this holiday season, how you can make the best of your holiday no matter what is going on in your life. Now, I know that takes a lot for some, but it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think. Despite what you're going through, there are ways to help yourself to get through these holidays. Sometimes the holidays will bring people to a place of sadness, sorrow, just discomfort in general. So tonight we're going to talk about some ways that you can get through this holiday without being at your worst, and instead learning how to be at your best. All right. So I'm going to bring my guest on. If you would just take a moment and just, give me some hearts, give me some hands over there, and help me welcome my guest as she comes in. I am so excited to have with me on tonight Miss Erica Brooks. Woohoo! Erica, where you at, girl? Where you at?
Hey, hey, girl,
There she
hey.
is. Hey, girl. Hey, you know how we do it.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Miss Erica, thank you so much for joining me once again here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. I am I'm always honored when you say yes. I am just always so honored when you say yes. You're such an amazing woman. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Just take a moment if you like and just greet our audience today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. You know, I am always happy to join you. You are truly a sister I love to sit down and talk with.
Oh,
And
thank
of
you.
course, I love sharing any information about taking care of self and mental health to anyone who listen.
Right.
um, So, to those who are joining, for those who may not know me, I will introduce myself to you. For those who do know me, I will reacquaint you with me. I am Erica Brooks. I am a licensed professional counselor and a certified substance abuse counselor here in Richmond, Virginia. I primarily work with women and girls. I try to do the later teen years
Mhm,
into early adulthood, but I do work with a few men as well. Primarily focus on women's health issues, depression, anxiety, and I do a lot of self care work. And I'm an author. I
mhm.
write for a magazine, and I am the co author of two anthologies.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're doing some amazing things there. And we're going to dive into a couple of those things in just a little while. Um, so let me just ask you one quick question. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
Oh, okay.
It is my absolute favorite holiday because it is a time to get with family and to be thankful
Mhm,
for the things we have, the things we've had, and the things that
mhm.
are going to be coming. Um,
Okay.
so I like to celebrate the past, the present, and the future with the
That's
holidays. So
good. Yeah.
yes, it is family time, so I will be with my family.
Mhm.
I will not be working for a couple of days so that I can spend some good quality time with family.
That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
And I love this job I'm with now. My employers, they're very good about people having that time to themselves, and
Mhm.
so they give us every year, they give us the Thursday and the Friday, thankfully. Now, I wouldn't
Nice.
say they pay us for all of them, but they do give us the time off. It's your
Yes.
option if you want to get paid or not.
Mhm.
And it's okay. It's okay because you build up your time throughout the year because some things are gonna take place throughout the year. So you're already prepared for that. But a lot of places it's very difficult to get that time off. So knowing that you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it's just
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
whew, let me hurry up and get to work on Monday because
Mhm.
Tuesday is coming
Mhm.
and then Wednesday is coming and then it's over.
Yes, yes, yes. And I've been on both ends where
Right.
I've worked where I've been able to be off Thursday and Friday, and I've worked
Hmm. Oh
in
yeah.
emergency services where I actually worked
Hmm.
on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And so spent time away from my family on the actual day. So it is it is
Yes.
nice to have the time off.
Mhm, mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course, in nursing, listen, I worked in nursing homes and everywhere else,
Mhm.
and just having to work, and I shout out to all the nurses who are there because not only are you there working, but you also become family to those that you serve
Yes.
in those facilities and whatnot, and prisons, wherever you are.
Mhm.
Everybody needs somebody. And even last year and the year before, I remember, I don't know if it was last year, I think it was the year before, the 2 years prior. But last year, I think my niece and I went out making sure others ate also somewhere around the holiday. But
Oh,
the
nice.
years prior, I worked with a senior services, and before I even went to my own family or whatever, I would go to certain people's homes and take them, or after I would take them a meal. And I remember, some of the people just literally crying because they had no one that would come and bring them a meal or just spend the
Yeah.
time with them.
Yeah.
Some were ungrateful, but
Mhm.
most of them were grateful, and they
Mhm.
were very happy just to have somebody come by, whether they ate the meal or not. They was just happy to have somebody come by.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I found, and for me, I have experienced some holiday. Um, I don't want to say grief, but I guess that's probably what it is. Some holiday grief without my mom here.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
and, we were so used to just her really going all out on Thanksgiving, her and my aunt and, cousins and everything. And so, even the first few years, I think I did okay. My aunt would say, come over. I did okay. But then after a while, it got to a place where it got I was even years later, it was like, gosh, I can't believe I'm going through this again, another Thanksgiving without my mom, without my family. And so I wasn't really sad. I just was at a place where I just didn't want to be around a lot of people. I just didn't
Mhm.
want to
Mhm.
go and have all the laughter and this and that. And I couldn't figure out what was really going on with me. But what I did instead was, I found the solace in going and, serving others and spending
Mhm.
time with others.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about that, as we deal with, everybody does something different, around the holidays or whatever that helps them to get through the holidays. We have a lot of people right now, I can tell you probably 4 or 5 people that I know that are either in the hospital or have passed away in the past week, or, have dealt with some very serious situations in their lives. And so how do we approach as individuals, when we're dealing with those types of situations, how do we approach these holidays, which are, primarily focused on being happy and being around family and, laughing and joking and eating? How do we approach those when that's really not something that we want to do?
Well, and it's hard because when we lost a loved one, which you were describing, the change in the way you used to do things, not having your mother there anymore, um, not really wanting to be around people as much as
Mhm,
you may have wanted to in the past. What we're doing is creating a new norm.
mhm,
What we tend to forget a lot of times is when we grieve, grief does not just end. There's no one particular period when grief
mhm.
ends.
Right.
We can't say that you're going to grieve for 1 year and that's going to be it, or that you're going to grieve and then once you start to smile and start to enjoy life again, that you're never going to be sad again.
Mm,
That's not how grief works.
mm,
It
mm,
can, there are many stages of it, there are different ways we handle it. And so it can come back, so to
mhm.
speak.
Right.
We may feel it more at certain times than other times.
Mhm,
And another
mhm.
thing I always tell people is that when we have special occasions or certain dates, the body remembers. The
Ah,
body remembers what's gone or what's
mm,
happened, what that change is. So even though we try to put it out of our mind or we don't,
mhm,
our bodies will remember that, hey, we're
mm,
going into a holiday season where last year we were excited and we were having a good time and laughing, but this
mm,
year Aunt Jane is gone.
mhm, mhm.
Remember, she died 3 months ago. So that's
Right.
our body reminds us of. What I tell
So
a
it's
lot of
just an
people,
automatic response almost.
it can be an automatic response. Yeah,
Yeah.
bodies will remember it. For example, for those who let's take for example 9/11. Before
Mhm,
it really comes up, before the date gets here, people tend to um, start feeling down. They start to feel
mhm,
anxious. They start to
mhm,
any event, anytime you have a loss. I was saying to someone on Sunday morning, I said, something feels off and I can't
mm,
figure out why. And then when I looked at the date, I realized that yesterday was my great auntie's birthday and she
mm.
left us 3 years ago. But I
Wow.
hadn't seen the calendar, but my body remembers that November
Mhm,
19th is her birthday.
mhm,
So our bodies will try to protect us sometimes, but it will
mhm.
remind us too, hey, don't worry about this, slow down. Let's give reverence to this moment.
Right.
When we're starting to go through events, holidays, special occasions, and we've lost a loved one, I tell people a lot of times before we get to that, prepare. Know
Mm,
that this date is coming and your emotions may be in different places. And
mhm,
you may not feel like doing what you did last year. And that
mm.
is totally okay. I
Totally
try to
okay.
encourage, yeah, it is perfectly okay to feel whatever you are feeling. And I
Mhm,
try to tell people to think about what they would like to do that's going to help support them through
mhm,
that day. Whether
mhm,
it be you find family and friends who are going to be there with you, whether
mhm,
you decide that you're going to make it a pajama day and you're going to stay in
mhm.
bed and watch videos,
Right.
whether you're going to watch things that that loved one who would like to watch would
Mhm,
watch. Plan accordingly so
mm,
that that can kind of help you get through the day. And remember
mm.
that this day is only 24 hours. It's not going to
Absolutely.
last for long.
Right.
And
Mhm,
so start slowly, start there. And remember that whatever you feel, however you feel, is absolutely okay. Um,
yeah.
a lot of times I recommend people go to different tyes of supports. For example, there are different grief groups around the
Mhm,
area that have programs on the holidays.
mhm.
Much like AA and NA have programs throughout the day, there are programs for people who have grief and loss issues. And those
Mhm,
programs are not just for people who have lost a loved one. Those programs also provide support for those who may not be able to have a traditional holiday
okay.
because of financial losses.
Right.
Um, if you've moved and you don't have contact with family and friends,
Mhm,
it's for
mhm,
those type of things.
mhm.
So yeah.
And that's yeah, that's a good point. I spoke to someone the other day, and they were saying, well, I'm thinking about moving into this place because I don't have any nobody comes to see me on the holidays, and you know people out there are really just dealing with different types of situations. As you
Mhm.
said, it's not always about a loss of a loved one. It's a loss of a connection. It's a loss of intimacy also.
Mhm.
It's many different types of losses. It's a loss of financial security.
Mhm.
All of those things can take you through the holidays. Well, I tell you, I have been through probably so many of those different holidays.
Mhm.
um,
Absolutely.
and I almost would get upset with other people who were enjoying themselves. Like, what happened to me? Why couldn't I just enjoy this holiday? And so you'd be surprised at what people endure or are facing during the
Mhm.
holiday times. And so I think another thing to think about is how you approach others. Just because you're happy about the holiday, everybody else is not happy about the holiday.
Right. Everybody
You,
else is not happy about the holidays. So if you have a loved one that you know, if you have a friend or family member that you know has gone through a loss or has gone through a tough time, check in on them before the
mhm,
holidays and see what their plans are. Check in on them during that day. Maybe you don't say happy Thanksgiving or happy holidays, but you just say, hey, just calling in to see what's going on. What are you up to today?
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
let them know that you're there. If they want space, honor that. You
Honor
can
it.
send them a text. Yeah, you can send them a text message saying, "Hey, just thinking about you," and leave it at that.
Mhm. Yeah, I wanted to share something that I saw someone post. One of our sisters that always joins us at the conference. She shared something on Facebook the other day, and I thought it was pretty great. And so I don't know who authored it. I don't know
Mhm.
where it came from, but I'm just going to share it.
Mhm.
And it's just a post, and it says you don't have to go. If you are on a healing journey and you'll be around people who are you're trying to heal from, you don't have to go. If Auntie so and so is going to remind you of who you used to be, you don't have to go. If
Mhm.
Uncle no was the one who was inappropriate with you don't have to go. If your mother or father is going to criticize you, your relationship, and your children, you don't have to go. If that cousin who was always trying to pull you into some drama or illegal activity is there, you don't have to go. Protect your peace. Now,
Mhm.
I love that. At the same time, I'm cautious of that
Mhm.
because if if I have a family full of people here and it's just one person there who, you know, I'm not really crazy about. I'm not going to not enjoy myself because of that. But if I,
Mhm.
if I know that it's going to be detrimental to me, if it's going to
Mhm.
cause me more anxiety and stress, then I say think about it. You don't have to be there for everybody else when
Exactly.
it's something that you need to take care of for yourself. What do you think about that?
And that's the thing. Do what's going to be best for you.
For
Yes,
you.
you may be, people may want you to be there. There may be family members you haven't seen in years that are saying they really want to see you.
Hmm.
And that is okay for them. But if
Hmm.
you need that time to heal, take that time to heal.
Time to
Let
heal.
them know, hey, I want to be there, but unfortunately, I've got something else I need to do on this day. You didn't say what you had
Mhm.
to do, but
Right.
what it is that you have to do is taking care of
Take
you.
care of yourself.
And
Yes.
remember, you are your ultimate priority,
Mhm.
first and
Absolutely.
foremost. And
Absolutely.
trying to make others happy often doesn't make us happy. So
Mhm.
if it's the long lost family member that hasn't been around for years and they're like, I just want to see you, come by for a few minutes, jokingly say, hey, can't do it, but
Mhm.
here's a picture of me. Jeez, you know, they can see you that way. Or catch up
Right.
with them another time or another
Yeah,
day, maybe later that day.
absolutely.
If you feel
Absolutely.
like you can do a few minutes with them, do a few minutes. But remember, you
Absolutely.
are your first priority.
Your first prayer. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Let's just greet a few people. We've been popping in some of the
Oh,
comments, but hey, Cookie. Hey, girl. Hey. We
hey,
have
Cookie.
Marie joining us from Florida. We got Indiana in the house. Denise Bonds. We've got Linda right here in Virginia. We've got Eartha on the other side of
Hi,
Virginia.
ladies.
Thank you for sharing, Eartha. And then we have Boyden Richards has joined us. Thank you so much for
Hi,
joining.
Boyden. That's one of my supports. That's one
All
of my hearts.
right.
Yes.
Good, good, good. Glad to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, and all those who may not have made a comment, but you're here hanging out with us, we just appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Take time to like, tag, and share. Share, share, share. Like, tag, and share. All right. So, getting back to our little chat here. I love that you have not only given others just the textbook, remedies and the textbook thoughts, but there's some other things that we can also do sometimes just to help us get through the holiday season. Focusing on something different, I think is really, really important. What are some of the things that you like to do to help your mind to, be placed more at ease when you're going through your times of feeling just a little bit indifferent, or just to even calm yourself at times when you need to woosah, as they say?
Hmm.
What are some of the things you like to do?
Well, I, over the years, have learned to make myself a priority. People
Hmm.
will tell you that I have often prioritized others and I make sure that I give to other people. But I realized that if I didn't take the time to refuel me or to take care of
Hmm.
me, um, I was no good to anyone else. So I have family. I will say my family is amazing. They can bring me back down to earth in a matter of time.
2.2
So
seconds.
yeah, in 2.2 seconds, you just call them and they bring you right back to
That's
great up, and you're
family.
like, okay, thanks. Yes.
Right.
But I also have friends that if I say to them, look, I'm not having a good day, um,
Mhm.
they're right there with me. What do we need to do? Do we need to talk? Do we need to go out? Do we need to just pray? What can we do?
Mhm.
So I have things on both the um solo side, but I also have
Mhm.
it on the people side. My
Okay.
friends and family know that sometimes I'll say I need the beach because water is my
Mhm.
space. So
Mhm.
luckily we live so close to the beach that I can drive to the beach as soon as I'm ready to go. I can pack a
Yeah,
bag
yeah.
and yeah, just being by the water can be rejuvenating to me. I always make sure that I'm sleeping. Um, so I make sure I get my rest and I make sure I'm getting my water. And my other thing is that I always pray. I can
Mhm.
just pray throughout the day. I have my playlist of music to get me
Mhm.
through. Um, the other thing, and I think most of y'all know, my love of the Golden Girls. So whenever everything's rough, I can
Yeah,
watch an episode of the Golden Girls, and that makes life good again.
so much better.
It's
Blanche
so
and
much
her
better,
stuff.
yes. So,
Yes,
so
you
you
got
have
them
to
all. You
know,
got them all.
yeah, you have to know what works for you. Um,
Mhm.
some people are runners.
Mhm.
They go to the gym and work out. I'm gonna tell you now, I am not that girl. I'm not going to the gym and going running.
I know that's
But
right.
I will walk. I will take walks. I love taking walks. I saw, I think Sister Eartha posted that she likes to travel and likes
Yeah.
the beach. I
Mhm.
love to travel. COVID kind of grounded us for a bit, but my
Mhm.
passport is ready. I'm ready to travel again. And so those things do help.
I know that's
Be
right.
mindful. Be mindful that you need to take a break and you need to take care of you.
Mhm. And you deserve it.
Mhm.
You deserve it. You know,
Yes,
I
you do.
yeah. I love driving, and people think I'm crazy, but my coworkers, they'll they'll text me and some other people that know me. They'll be like, "Did you get home yet?" You know, because coming home from work, I very seldom just get on the highway and come home.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go roundabout. I'm gonna go through some streets. I'm gonna go through the country roads. I'm gonna
Mhm.
because once I've been working all day, focusing on everything else, yes, I would love to get home. But since my ride is 30, 40 minutes,
Mhm.
I'm going to take
Mhm.
that time to to wind down, enjoy myself. So when I get home, I'm not flustered
Mhm.
by the traffic, all
Mhm.
that. 'Cause in the morning, trying to get to work, and I'm not that person who is an hour early. I'm just not that person. So
Mhm.
I'm
Understand.
always
I
on the
definitely
road,
understand.
and I'm yelling at the people, and they probably yelling at me, and so I'm always rushing to get to work. So at the end of the day, when I'm coming home, I take, a different route, which gives me, it may not even be any real scenery, and it may be the scenery I've seen 5,000 times,
Mhm.
but I love taking that time. And I
Mm.
found out I discover something new almost every time. Oh, I didn't
Mhm.
see that over there before,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
and that's just my way of kind of de-stressing at the end of a day. And then I don't like really going in. I like going shopping sometimes, but I'm just not that girl that has to go shopping a whole lot. So,
Right.
I don't want to get out the car. I just want to drive where I'm
So
going.
it sounds like visual is the thing
Mhm.
that helps you to kind of calm down. And I
Yeah.
always tell people to think about it in the way of
Mhm.
your five senses. You know,
Mhm.
to figure out the thing that works for you. Is it something that you see when you talk about driving in um, Pearls, the anthology that I participated in with Mitchell
Mhm.
Productions and some other sisters from the Platform Builder program. I
Mhm.
wrote about how I remember when we were younger, growing up in Hanover County, driving in some of the riding in some of the roads and the trees covering the
Mhm.
road and how
Mhm.
the light hit the trees, but
Yeah.
the different colors, especially in fall, which is
Yes.
this time of the year, how those things always made me feel comfort because I knew that once we got through that arch of trees that was hanging
Mhm.
over the road, on the other
Mhm.
side was my grandmother's house, where we were
Ah.
going to hang out with my grandmother and my
Mhm.
cousins, and there was the church and things like that. So those are things, that's comforting to me too.
Yeah.
Visually, you find the things that make comfort to you. What are the
Abs
things that sound good to you? Like, what's your
Mhm. Mhm.
playlist? What's the
Right.
music?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
voices? You
Yeah.
have to think about things in that way.
And that's real good. And so, yeah, you
Mhm,
hit the nail on the head because, I am a visual person.
mhm,
And when I'm driving, I see a lot that's not even there, but I see it.
mhm,
All of a sudden I start visualizing, things that can be done, things that should be done, things that I want to do. It's just a lot that happens, and I don't know. You may not have seen, but over the last few months, I have this new route that I'm taking to work, as I said. And although we're rushing every morning, we get to this one spot. It is the most beautiful spot, and it's on one of the highways, and on both sides is the water and the trees,
oh,
and
wow.
almost every morning there is a different ambiance to this
Mhm,
area.
mhm,
And a lot of times it's the dew that is
mhm,
coming over the water.
mhm.
And even when it's the bright sunshine, but this area is so pretty, and I've made videos, I made some little reels about it, and because I'm driving with my phone, and my phone is like this, and I'm driving, you know, videotaping because it's so pretty. It just captivates me right at that moment, and all the stress that I'm going through trying to get to work, but that moment just
Mhm,
captivates my mind.
mhm.
And so that kind of helps me also, things like that. Eartha is saying journaling is important. No, we didn't talk about that yet. We didn't get to that yet. You're absolutely
No.
So thank you, Eartha. We'll segue right into that. We were going to talk about
Eartha,
writing.
Eartha is my spirit sister. She must know I love to journal. I talk about journaling all the time.
Yes, yes. So, we're both writers, and so and I'll talk
Okay.
about myself later, but let's talk about you and your writing. And it's so amazing. There's just like so many funny stories that can happen. But I'll tell this part before I introduce that part of you.
Okay. Okay.
I had the opportunity to work with a magazine company, and as I was working with the magazine company, I get the magazine. I've been subscribed to it for years anyway, so I was already getting it. But when I was working with the magazine company, I looked at one of the articles that was in one of them,
Uh,
and I said, "Oh, I know somebody with this same name, Erica Brooks," and the licensing on the back of it, and I was like, "Nah, that's not her." But it had a picture of a woman there, and I was like, "That ain't her." So I was like, "Nah, that ain't her." And so one day, I said to myself, "I'm gonna ask her," and I said, "Is this you?" Because she put up a post. I think you put up a post, and you said, "So I did a
yeah.
thing." I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
So amazingly, we were both working with the same magazine company. We're both here in Virginia, and the magazine is in Indiana, but that's just how God brings us in life. And so we had
Mhm.
already met, we already knew each other. And so,
Yes.
hey, Tracy, good to see you.
Hi,
So,
Tracy.
it's just amazing how life will bring us to certain points. But let's talk about
Mhm.
your writing. As a writer, I believe that having the opportunity to just even put things down on pen and paper or release your thoughts. Tell me how that writing has helped you, and tell us a little bit about your writing.
Well, well, I've always liked writing in the journals. I've always been a journal person. I've had just about every type of journal that you can imagine. I've had the ones that on one side it says good day, and you flip
Uh-huh.
it over and turn it upside down and it says bad day. I've
Oh,
had them,
wow.
yeah, which I love. I've had them all. Um,
Mm,
and it started when we were in high school. Um, our English teacher had us journaling something every
mhm.
day. We took 10 minutes every day
Wow.
to journal.
Okay.
So it developed my love of writing.
Mhm,
I never considered myself a writer, but I knew I
mhm,
had a lot I wanted to say.
mhm.
And in one of the summits, and I'm gonna call out Dio because um, Dio told
There
us
she is.
about facing our fears, and
Yes.
so that was one of my big fears was to
Mhm,
write. What would people think if I started writing? What would they feel? Would they get what I was trying to say, or would they think I was just
mhm,
some crazy person? Um,
mhm,
so the opportunity came up, and I said, let's try it. If they like it, good. If they don't, then okay. I
mhm.
figured it may be accepted. Um,
Uh-huh.
but it was. And a year later, here I am about to write another one.
Yeah,
I've participated in two books. I've written in two
yeah.
books, and I am still writing for the magazine. And there's a fall issue that's coming out that I'll be a contributing writer to. So um, it has been truly, truly a blessing. And I have
Yeah.
found yet another way to get my voice across and to get other
Mhm.
people's voice across about mental health and about um, self care and self esteem. So it has been a wonderful journey. Wonderful journey.
That's awesome. That is,
Yeah.
listen, that's really awesome. And the writing, I'll tell you, if you've never actually tried it. Now, I can tell you I have about 200 journals in here. Most of them are empty.
Uh-huh.
Amazingly. I like to write. I'm not a
Hmm.
person to journal though. But
Hmm.
somebody's always giving me a journal. So I never buy them. But I got a million journals here. Anybody want one? Let me know. I'll give you one. But
Well, it's always nice because you can write your
Yeah,
thoughts down, and
yes.
then I don't know how other people do, but sometimes when um, I'm going through a stuck point, I'll remember
Mhm,
that I went through something similar to it before,
mhm,
and I'll go back and read how I made it through that. What did I do during that time? So
mhm.
that's helpful for me. Um, but yeah, it's a great way to see how we grow.
Right. And I want to journal. I
Mhm,
try. And
mhm,
I write something on the first page and that's it. I just cannot get past that. But again, back to Dio Greenway. She's earlier in the chat.
uh-huh, she's in there. Uh-huh.
Dio said, Dio said as and I've been holding on to her statement. And I think I bought a T-shirt from Mary,
Mhm,
Mary
mhm.
Moss, all right?
Mary Moss, uh-huh.
And my T-shirt says, "I am a writer." I am a
Mhm,
writer. So for
mhm,
me, the difference was it's not that I don't like writing. I love writing. I just don't like writing in journals because just writing my thoughts as to me about me and what happened this day and that day is not therapeutic for me. It makes me
mhm,
think too much about what like
mhm.
I gotta make this a full sentence. I gotta make it a paragraph. I gotta make it a so that's kind of aggravating to me. So
But the
everybody
beauty
has
of
different writing.
journaling but the beauty
It's
of
just for
journaling,
you.
like I tell people, you can
Yeah,
do it however you
yeah,
want, and there are different journals, like, there are bullet journals that you basically
absolutely.
kinda
I
like
got them all.
you you can so you could just do a bullet journal where you write a word, or you draw a picture, or
Yeah.
for me, I love writing in different color ink pens.
Oh,
Um,
that's yeah,
because to me it's fun. You
yeah.
can put stickers in it. You can do however you need to. And like Eartha is saying here, it can be very therapeutic to
Mhm,
do it, but it
mhm,
is stressful for some
right.
people. So if it's stressful, then
Now,
don't do
let
it.
me let me say, I'm saying the journaling is stressful
Mhm,
for me, but I love
mhm,
writing. I
mhm,
have I have had and I've had to throw away boxes and boxes of paper and
mhm,
when someone said, I think it was Dio probably in her session when she said, "You've been writing probably all of your life." I can tell you all the books I've probably written
mhm,
just in writing in a notebook. But I write consistently. I write long, like long
mhm,
stories or long
mhm.
synopses or
Oh,
whatever,
nice. Okay,
That's how I
okay.
write. I just can't write in a journal for some reason or another. It just does not click for me.
I
But I
understand.
write all the time. I have so much writing, but it is extremely
Mhm,
therapeutic for me.
mhm,
So sometimes I'm writing about a specific subject, or
mhm,
sometimes I just start writing. And so, that's how I ended up writing my first book. And I just completed writing my second book. And yes, I'll have my proof
yeah.
tomorrow. They already sent me my letter. It's coming in the mail tomorrow. So,
Wonderful.
yes,
I can't
um,
wait to read it. I'm so excited.
and
I'm so excited.
yeah, this one I think was a little more heartfelt, for me because it was that type of writing where I could
Mhm,
just really express some things, not really focused on a specific topic, even though it is subjected, but it's not just, okay, I got to write about this and this is my subject for today. But it was a real, thing that I could get out some emotions and all of that in the book. And so, thank you so much, Eartha. And so I do encourage others all the time. Journaling is great if that's what's good for you. I do encourage you because taking the time sometimes to even just write your thoughts helps you
mhm,
to actually focus on what it is, even the fact of, am I thinking correctly?
mm,
Looking back
mm,
like you said and seeing what you're thinking. Why am I thinking like this? Is
right.
this detrimental to me? Is this helpful to me? Is this harmful to me? Or is it beneficial to me? So
Right.
I think those kind of things are also, you ever looked at some people's writings? I've worked with senior citizens, and,
Mm.
sometimes you'll find stuff, you're
Uh-huh.
like, what in the world did these
Uh-huh.
people
Uh-huh.
write? And it was what they were thinking at the moment,
Mhm.
but it wasn't always a good thing.
Right.
And
And
so,
sometimes it's the way they wrote it too
mhm, mhm,
that says a
yep,
lot.
it says a
And
lot.
one thing too, when we talk about journaling, sometimes you don't have to write out a lot.
Mhm,
I remember, I don't know how many people ever watched the show Being Mary Jane, but
mhm,
what she did was she would always put Post-it notes in her bathroom
mhm,
or around
mhm,
her area.
mhm,
And sometimes it would be a saying, sometimes it would be a thought, sometimes it would be just one word. Um,
mhm,
Sometimes in my office space, I will post a word to get
mhm,
me through. I have a goal board that's here that reminds me of what I want to achieve, but not necessarily a vision board per se.
mhm,
So,
right.
like, for example, it says um, miracle, to be loved,
Mhm,
things like
mhm,
that, to remind me of what's important or what my focus is for the day or
mhm,
week or month.
right.
So it can be something very simple that you jot down.
And as you said, it's a vision board. It's a vision
Mhm,
board. It may
mhm,
not be called a vision board, but
mhm,
it's giving you that vision. Hey, Kim. Kim says she
mhm,
started doing that because of Mary Jane, being Mary Jane, goals, scriptures, and
mhm.
what is that?
Is it prophecy?
Oh, okay. Maybe we thought. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm not
on the
sure.
mirror, huh?
Positive.
Uh-huh.
I think that's supposed
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
positive thoughts on the mirror.
Positive
I guess,
affirmations. Yes.
positive affirmations. Yeah. So,
Positive affirmations are great. Positive thoughts, yes.
yes, yes, yes. That's what I thought. You probably talking to text. I know talking to text,
Mhm.
they'll say everything. You gotta watch
Yes.
that talking to text.
Yes.
They'll be
Yes.
saying all kinds of stuff for you. So
Absolutely.
I love that, and I love that you now you also have another little hobby and side thing that you do. Is I don't even want to say hobby because you're a businesswoman. So tell us about one more thing that you do to kind of help you get through. That really is productive and helps you get through some of those moments.
So I create a lot of us don't take baths. So a lot of us don't use the bath bombs or the bath salts or the bubble bath. So I create shower steamers. So you can use them in the shower. Um,
Mhm,
and when they are wet, they release the essential oil that is in the shower steamer. So
mhm,
one of my favorites is lavender. I absolutely love lavender and vanilla. Um, it is very calming and relaxing, but
mhm,
I also use peppermint. That's more for when I suffer terrible headaches and also for waking up and to put
mhm,
me in a good headspace. I know I got a lot to do. Let's get it going. Um, and then also have eucalyptus, which is to also it's also a stress reliever, but I found that it's good during cold and flu season. So I do
mm.
make those on the side as well. Yes,
Wow.
I'm a busy little bee, I guess.
Yes, yes, and that's a good thing. That's a good
Yes.
listen, I love the lavender, shower
Yes.
bombs, and so,
Yes.
I was so happy that, I got a little baggie full of them at the pop-up, or it's not a pop-up no
Yes.
more, Platform
So,
Builder Summit,
platform building
Platform Summit.
summit. Yes.
Yes, and it was, so listen, they are amazing, amazing. So, we're gonna pop up her information, Erica's information in just a few minutes, and you can definitely reach out and order some from her.
Mhm.
I promise you, it's well worth it. And
Oh,
and
thank
I'm
you.
even going to shout out I believe it's your friend that was with you also that day that had
Mhm.
the the body butter and stuff.
Oh, yes, Lori. Yes, Comfort Zone
Listen,
candles.
you tell Lori that I be smelling so good, I just want to kiss myself. Girl, you smell good.
Yes, yes.
Listen. Oh Lord, Siri is talking to me. Oh
Oh,
Jesus, Siri, ain't nobody talking to you. All right. So listen, I purchased so I got my shower bomb. So I got in the shower and then I
hmm
got out the shower and I put the body butter on. And I think it's
hmm
the cocoa butter sugar or
Yes,
something
yes,
like
that's
that.
the newest one she created. Yes, yes.
You tell her that I said
I
that
will
is
let her
the
know. I will
best.
definitely let her know. I think
I don't
she's
need Bath and
watching the
Body
replay.
Works. Good.
Uh-huh.
I don't need Bath and Body Works. None of those. I need a bigger jar. I just need a bigger jar. So I will be calling for that. I'll be calling for some more bath bombs, shower bombs. So listen, I really, really have enjoyed having you here with us. Tell us the name of your company once again, and tell us a little bit about it and who you service. Also, we're having a good time talking about this, but I don't want to
Yes.
prolong the time too much longer.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I am enjoying this, and I thank everyone for the comments and the well wishes
Thank
for both
you.
Gwen and
Yeah,
myself because
yeah,
we truly love what we do. And so this
yeah.
has been a wonderful time spent. Um, I have a therapy business, it is Enlightenment Counseling Services. I
Mhm,
provide individual outpatient therapy. I also do some couples counseling.
mhm,
And I primarily work with women and girls, typically 16 years of age and older, but I do also work with men. So
mhm,
if you're having any kind of mental health, self esteem, self care issues, grief, grief and loss, I can provide those services for you. I do take insurance, Medicaid as well. And if you are doing, you don't have it, I will do self pay and we can figure out how to work it out so that you are living your best life.
mhm.
So,
And that's a
yes.
professional right there. Yes, yes, yes. Enlightenment counseling. So
Yes.
I'm just so excited for you. So listen, I know that you, as you said, you've worked with Hope Magazine. You have something coming out. What else is on the horizon for you? I know you have some other. Before we get to that, Eartha is asking, are you in the Richmond, Virginia area?
Yes, I am. I am in the Richmond, Virginia area, and I do therapy online as well. So I have a HIPAA compliant account that we can sit. You can sit in the comfort of your home, and we can do our sessions. And we'll post my information up, and I'll also make sure it's in the chat for
Mhm.
anybody that needs it as well. You're welcome to call me.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yep,
And
there I am.
so, yes, I'm sorry. I got so excited in the conversation.
No,
So,
it's okay. It's quite
but
all
yeah,
right.
you can definitely reach out by email or
Mhm,
by phone.
mhm.
And you prefer text or calls?
Texting is great because if I'm unavailable, it's right there, and then I can read it and respond if I'm in, in a meeting. Certainly when I'm in a session, I don't respond while I'm in therapy
Mhm.
sessions, but meetings, yes.
In the meeting.
Mhm. In the meetings,
No,
not the
I hear
therapy
you. I
sessions.
hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yes. So tell us what you have coming up next.
So I am honored to again be a part of an anthology with Charvette Mitchell and the platform Builder Summit. So
Mhm.
that will be coming soon. Keep an eye out to Facebook and social media so you'll see my face and the information pop up. I also still have my book, Pearls. Information for emerging women leaders. So that
Mhm.
is still there and that's available if you'd like to purchase. I am working on releasing the affirmation cards.
Yay.
That should be coming out at the beginning of the
Yeah.
year. I
Awesome.
am still working on the shower steamers, so I've not done anything new other than those steamers, those since I've stated. And I am still available for speaking engagements if people
Yeah.
need someone to speak about mental health, taking care of self care, and yeah.
And I was going to bring that up. So you just had a great opportunity to do a speaking event. I know it's not your first because I know you spoke at my event last year
Yes,
about this
yes,
time too. So, but
yes.
that was a nice big platform for you. How did that feel being able to join the Platform Builders Summit and as a speaker?
Yeah, well, as I had shared on Facebook, it was a goal of mine. I had said I was going to do this. I said I name it, claim it, and fulfilled it.
Fulfilled. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did back in 2021 at the last Hey Girl Hey pop-up
Right.
conference. I had said I'm going to be here next year. I'm going to present.
Right.
I actually wrote the workshop that I did this year. I
Hey,
actually
girl.
wrote that then at that
Then.
time.
Yeah.
That day I wrote the title down. That night I wrote the whole presentation. Um, 2022, Charvette didn't have the conference. So this year, when she talked about it, I said, I was planning to be there. I was going to be the speaker. And she said, okay, we're going to make that happen. And so this year I
Mhm,
was able to speak to the conference participants. I think we had about 90 to 100 people in total
mhm.
um, that were at the
Beautiful.
conference. And so it was amazing. It was, I was a little nervous as always. Um, but the reception was wonderful. The
Oh,
reception from everybody was wonderful. So I could not have asked for a better opportunity. And
mhm.
I am grateful each and every time I get to speak about mental health and self care.
So, I'll just say, you did an amazing job. Yes,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
we all get nervous when we get up.
Hmm.
And I've been, up in front of people for years, but I still get nervous. It's probably never going to go away.
Okay.
But, and you may camouflage it a little bit better in time. But the one thing about it was that you were very knowledgeable about what you were speaking about. So there was no question that your nervousness was because you didn't know what to say. It was,
Oh, thank you.
very apparent that you actually knew what you were saying and you were comfortable in what you were saying. And so thank you for what you share and what you always
Thank you.
share.
Thank you.
um, I always reflect back to the event that I had on last year. I think it was last year or the year before. I don't even know.
Hmm.
But where you came and you just took that one moment and you just had everybody to just close their eyes and begin to, whatever it was that you told us to do.
The
Um,
mindfulness, yes. Take that moment to
yes,
breathe.
and it was very calming. It was just such a moment that sometimes we're so in a rush to do things. I know
Hmm.
I rushed home, I rushed off the highway, I ran downstairs, I got a sandwich, I rushed upstairs, I got
Hmm.
dressed, and got online. And to have that moment is always
Hmm.
necessary for us.
Hmm. Hmm.
Before we get off this line, I want you to just give us one moment of an exercise that we can do to learn to calm ourselves,
Okay. I
especially
will
at the
be
end of
happy to
our
do that.
busy day.
I will be happy to do that. Typically, what I would tell you is to make sure when you do these exercises, make sure you're in a space where you're safe and in a space where you are comfortable. If you are sitting somewhere where you can, place your feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, rest your back comfortably against the back of the seat. I'm going to ask that you close your eyes, and I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes, rest your hands gently in your lap, and to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. This time, I want you to try to take a deeper breath. I want you to try to get the air down to your toes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. When you breathe in this time, I want you to see if you can make your tummy blow out like a balloon. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice the way the air feels in your tummy when you breathe in and breathe out. Do this for a few minutes throughout the day. Take a couple of times in the day, especially when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling like you're tired. Breathe in and breathe out. And that's a little bit of what I do to guide you through it so you can open your eyes. Hopefully, that helps you feel a little more relaxed from
Mhm.
what we talked about. A lot of people will tell me they start to feel a little sleepy. That's okay. Um, I will tell people that sometimes if you can't stand to have it silent, turn on a song or some music that helps. Um, Ocean sounds are good. Um, Nature sounds are good. I personally, one song that I tell a lot of people to listen to is Indiari, Breathe,
Mhm.
or Indiari, I Am Light. And if you get the opportunity to listen to those will kind of help you to breathe and kind of center yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Come on, y'all. Give her some hearts and love and claps and all that good stuff there. Thank you so much. You know, India Ari is one of my favorites. I
Oh,
love her.
she's one of my favorites. She
Yes.
is.
So,
Absolutely.
yes, when I do want those calming moments, I do listen to India Ari. I know some of the church
Yes.
folks out there
Yes,
probably
yes,
a little
yes.
shocked about that,
Yes.
but I like India Ari.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
Listen, you have been amazing, and we really appreciate you stopping by once again into the lounge to be with us for this great lounge chat. Thank you again to all those wonderful, amazing people who stopped in and chatted
Yes.
with us for a little while, joining the conversation because we love an interactive conversation and chat here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. I'm so excited once again for you and for everything that you
Thank
have
you.
going on. And
Thank you.
so, just make sure that you stay connected. We'll have
Oh,
you back. I'll
absolutely.
have you back as often as possible. Listen, we,
Absolutely. I will
when we
be
meet,
back.
when we hit that woosah moment, we'll have you back.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all
Yes.
want her to come back? Y'all want her to come back? So, thank
I
you
will
once
definitely
again.
be back, and I'm always happy to be here and to be with you. Thank you, my sister. I
Awesome.
love you.
Awesome. Love you too. You have a good night. Oh, I'm sorry. I took her out way too soon. So listen, I appreciate each and every one of you that have joined me on tonight. And I am, just really excited about everything that is going on. Listen, take the time. Listen to some of the things that we talked about. If you missed some, you can go back and watch the replay or share it with someone that you think may be beneficial to as they approach these holiday seasons and looking for some inspiration. There's so many great things that we have talked about, and so many great things that are available to us, so that we can all be better, we can all live better, we can all do better. I also want to say to you, listen, it's getting real out here again with COVID and flu, and don't be afraid, but just be careful. Don't be afraid. Just be careful and make sure that you bundle up, make sure that you mask up if you need to, and make sure that you wash your hands, make sure that you sanitize and do all the things that you need to do just to stay safe. And enjoy your holiday with your family and your friends. Listen, I got one more announcement for you. I just want to remind you that my new book has been released for pre-order, and I'm just taking a few more pre-orders before I shut that down, and then we'll have the general ordering once we open that up to everyone. But get in on the pre-order. Get in on the pre-order. All right. It is entitled "Perfectly Flawed: The Diamond Status." I know you want to talk about what does this have to do with diamonds and all that kind of stuff. Listen, you just got to read it. You got to read it for yourself. I'm going to tell you it's an amazing book. I've had some others to read it. And I have had some people who have read it more than once and have been inspired each time they read it. And then I read it myself a couple of times, and I get inspired every time I read it. This is going to be an amazing book that is going to help you, even with the conversations that we had on tonight. Some of the things that we go through day by day, this Perfectly Flawed is a book that is here to inspire, empower, and encourage you. Whether you're already doing your big thing, or whether you just want to know where to get started, or just encourage yourself to do more. Perfectly Flawed. It is the book for you. So go to my website, gwenfinley.org, and pre-order your copy today. Or I'm going to even pop up. I don't know if this will work. It's kind of big right here, so I don't know. You can see if it'll work with the. I think I tried it and it did work. I don't have my phone with me, but there is my QR code, which was also on the flyer, I believe. And so if you want to pre-order, you can go there. I also have a link on my page and on the Miss G's Ladies Lounge page where you can click in and just go and check out right there. It's only $15 to pre-order, not a lot. Not a lot. So just go ahead and get your copy today. It's going to be an autographed copy. Okay? You're gonna have my signature, girl. You're gonna have my signature. All right, so go ahead and get your autograph copy. Listen, thank you once again. I want you to meet me right back here, right back here. Thank you, Erica. It works, she said. All right. I want you to meet me right back here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge on next Monday. I've got some great people. I'll tell you, I meet people every day. Today, I met an amazing woman, and I said to her, I want you to be on my show. I'm telling you, don't miss it. It's only going to get better from here. All right. So listen, it is way past our time. So I'm going to get off of here. Thank you once again for joining us. Have an amazing, absolutely amazing, amazing Thanksgiving, and meet us back on next Monday. Good night.